Through 16 games here in Year 8 so far after one episode, we are 7-3 in our last 10 and one game back from the Raptors, who currently lead the Eastern Conference. We did lose our opening day game against the OKC Thunder. It was a relatively close game, but the Thunder were definitely in control of that one for pretty much the entire game, especially after that first quarter. But today we are going to get into a game against the Honolulu Breeze, one of the most recent NBA expansion teams. They were added this past off-season, and we are no longer one of the newest teams in the NBA. It's now the Breeze and the Pittsburgh Force. Now, they're not very good. They are right now bottom of their conference, so they're struggling, but they have a young roster. They got a guy like Jose Ramirez to be their top scorer so far this season. But this should be a team that we should be able to really handle pretty well, hopefully. So far this year, we've seen that we've had a pretty balanced scoring approach. Matthew Rhodes has really come into his own as a scorer, and Jovanovic has gone down a little bit in terms of what he was doing last year, but he's still doing what we're kind of used to. He hasn't averaged this low of total in points per game since, really since the 25-26 season, so it's been about 5 years since then, but he's still playing pretty well. Kuminga is averaging more than he was last year by a little bit over a point or under a point. While Matthew Rhodes right now is having an awesome campaign. 21 points per game, had a couple of 30-plus point games when Jovanovic was out. But got to get Boyd a little bit more involved here because his numbers are definitely down a little bit by like 7 or 6 points compared to last year. So I think because we have Matthew Rhodes starting, that does open the door for, more scoring options across the entire starting five. But we did make some adjustments to our playbook assignments last time. And the goal there was to get more plays for guys that maybe we want to get more involved in these showcase games, like Matthew Rhodes, who only took 5 shots in that first opening game. So we're going to see, I'm going to keep his assignments as they are for now, but I want to see another game or two before I change his. We did not change Kuminga's. We kept Jovanovic's pretty much the same, but for Boyd, we definitely did adjust his. We added 3-point as the top priority for him, mid-range as the second one, PNR ball handler as the third, and PNR rollman as the fourth. So hopefully we get more variety and more shots from Boyd, especially in the first half, because it's been kind of a concern is him kind of not starting off very well and then having to make up for it in the second half of these games. So before this game, though, I did figure out that, yeah, the expansion coaches are once again broken. If I rebuild these rotations, they don't get fixed. So we're going to have to fire probably both coaches. Not sure what it is for the Force. I got to check their team as well. But first things first, let's fire the head coach of the Breeze, Matthew Griffith. You're done, buddy. They're going to hire Ellis Bender as their new head coach. Congratulations. And now if I go back to the roster, that's not the roster. If I go back to the game plan, it should be fixed. There we go. Looks like the Force are going to be all right, actually, so no changes were required for them, thankfully. Without further ado, let's go into this game against the Breeze. They're 4-12. So as we talked about, a cold start to their first season, but that's expected for most expansion teams. Without further ado, let's go home and host our first ever game against the Breeze. They've come a long way from Honolulu. Here is our first ever matchup against the Honolulu Breeze. Bobby Portis controls the tip, and they will start with the basketball. Edwards pulls up, and his first shot rattles out. Boyd right down the lane. He's got Ramirez draped all over him. Good kick out to Matthew Rhodes in the corner to open this ball game. Mid-range jumper off the glass and out from Ramirez, the former Neptune. Mid-range jumper for Jovanovic. Around and out. Pick for Edwards. He gets by his man, and Kuminga deflects the shot. He fires the triple off the step back. No good. Rhodes trying to tip it to himself. Portis ends up with the rebound. Off the screen. Edwards pulls up again. That one doesn't go. Boyd finds Kuminga. Wide open. This time it's in there. 6-0 Neptunes. Shot clock under 5. Ramirez the pass to Portis. Stalled in his tracks. Jalen Duren, good on-ball defense. Downhill. Duren has Jovanovic top of the key. That one's online. 9-0. Timeout Honolulu. Almost 3 minutes gone. The Breeze are still scoreless. Ramirez, their best scorer so far this season with about 24 points per game. And the shot clock comes down to 0. Shot no good from Edwards. Boyd gets the feet up ahead. Ramirez on him. Good pass to Jalen Duren, but he can't score. Got his own miss back, though. Right down the lane. Kuminga flying by Cassell. What a take. Ramirez gets an open look off ball, and they're finally on the board. He's averaged 30 points per game on the road so far. Good Lord. I guess he has been playing 48 minutes a game until I fixed their coaching game plan. Jalen Duren. I don't think I'll ever figure out how to get rid of those threes. I don't want to adjust anybody's tendencies, so not going to do that. Same play as last time, and they're going to call that a foul. What? How did you just call that a foul? Can I challenge this? If I go into the game and shit, that's not what I meant to do. I don't want to call it timeout. I wanted to challenge it. Damn it. There's the power rankings, by the way. We're currently 5th in the overall power rankings. The Raptors have jumped up 5 spots to the 2nd spot because they currently lead the East. We got some free throws for Jose Ramirez. Played for the Spurs, then we acquired him via trade. Then gave him away. Then he became a free agent, or not a free agent. He was actually just drafted in the expansion draft by the Breeze. So his 3rd team, and now he's pretty much the main focal point offensively for him. Off the screen from Boyd, the shot from Kuminga won't go. Still have yet to see Boyd really take a shot in this game. Talked about wanting to get him more involved early on, and so far, unsuccessful. Screen comes up for Edwards. Jovanovic got around it. That's a really tough shot. Boyd is a mismatch too, so he should, be attacking that, but I guess if he can make plays like that too, we'll take it. A good feed to Jovanovic, and we're off to a pretty hot start. The free throw is no good though. Cassell has a lane, and then throwing it right to Boyd. What was he thinking? He should have gone out with that. Quick play in transition, up and good for Jovanovic again off the Boyd assist. And now a steal for Jovanovic. Shard loose from Edwards. Really slow start to this game for the entire Breeze team. He'll be down low. Over Edwards, got it. 17-3. Ramirez knocks it down over Boyd. What a shot. Screen comes up for Boyd. Going at Ramirez, but he picks up his dribble. Come on, man. Attack this mismatch. Get it right back into his hands. The pull-up from Boyd is online. Let's go. Right to the rim. Edwards attacking the baskets. Timeout Neptunes. Wilson Towns checks in now. He'll take his first shot, but left it short. Screen from Justice. Edwards trying to shake Towns. The shot is no good. Here we go again with Jalen Duren, dude. Haven't seen a single one of these drop. I don't even know what play that is, and I can't figure it out. I did look, but I couldn't figure out which play that was. Maybe it's multiple. I don't really know. Ramirez Another jumper. Doesn't go, and he's been their go-to guy, but Edwards also has taken like 7 shots and has only hit one of them. Towns on the board. Other screen comes up. Edwards fires. And yeah, he's having a day to forget already. Nice shot by Towns. Off the glass and in. Okay. Wilson Towns had a really good opening day performance, and, you know, so far, playing pretty well here. 23-7. Did not expect this horrible of a start for the Breeze, and it's only going to continue, it looks like. Boyd cuts, steps into a shot, but that was contested. Hardy just got left open. What is Towns doing on that screen? Screen from Boyd. Towns had a free path until he was fouled. First free throw. No good from Towns. Free throws are always a concern for this team, it looks like, but 24-9, can't complain. Right to the rack. The shot is up and good. That is Art Sanders, I think. Let me go double check on that. Sanders. Nope, Marvin Sanders. 77 overall. Has barely played this season except for like 1 or 2 games with actual good playing time. Another pull-up. No good this time from Towns. That one was heavily contested, though. How do we get Boyd more involved? His tendencies are the exact same as they were. Did not change them or lower anything. The 3 from Sanders won't go. He's only taken like 2 shots so far, and he's been on the court the entire game. And we just turn the ball over. Jalen Duren. Illegal screen. Off the screen, the 3 ball is good from Jaden Hardy. They're trying to fight their way back in this game before it's too late. Their bench giving them some life right now. Screen comes up from Boyd. Towns fires and almost got the buckets. They'll have more free throws. I like him being aggressive, but if he's going to be taking all these shots away from Boyd, he's already taken 4. That's not what I want to see. I want to see our best player, obviously, take the most shots. But the free throws are good this time. Screen comes up. Hardy fires again. No good this time. Up to Towns for the quick 3. That one's in there. Wilson Towns. Very impressive starts. It's back to a 15-point game. Another 3 for Hardy. Around and out. Nice pass up to Achua. What a feed there by Towns. Threading the needle and seeing with the court vision. Great job. 31 points for your Neptunes here. Breeze really having some difficulties both on defense and offense. Another 3 for Hardy. He's just throwing them up there, and they're falling about half the time. Last play of the first quarter. Towns just pulls up. That was a good look, though. I can't complain about that. It was going to be a play for a pass, but instead he took the shot. But you know what? 31-17. No room to really be critical here. Been dominant showing so far for the Neptunes, as expected. The Breeze are trying to make their way back in this game with Jaden Hardy now in the game as the point guard, with Edwards going 1 for 8 to start the game as the starter. Another deep 3. That one doesn't go. Right to the rim. Jovanovic misses a little step back jumper. Ramirez back in the game for Honolulu. Nice pass. Jalen Williams draws the foul. The first against Charles Bassey. Know that some folks are question the choice to have two kind of undersized big men backing up Jalen Duren, with Achua being 6'9" and Bassey being 6'8". But until I see a real problematic, you know, occurrence or a real bad game because of that, I guess that could be the Thunder game, but I don't think that was really because of the rebounding. I think it was because of a lot of other things. Jovanovic laces one from deep. Off the screen, Roland Cassell on the move. Hits the pull-up. Agbaji working on the mismatch, but he finds Yovi on the cuts right down the middle. Already 13 assists so far. We averaged 28 so far this season, which is good for top 12 in the NBA. Sanders on the move. No dice. Agbaji, though, turns the ball over, and the Breeze get it right back. Long two. Fouled on the shots by Matthew Rhodes. There's more free throws for Jose Ramirez. You know what? Now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure I haven't seen Rhodes take a shot either in this game, right? I don't think he and Boyd have really gotten involved here. It's been Jovanovic again, kind of the focal point on the offensive end, which again, I think, you know, it works for how the team operates, but obviously want to get, you know, some more variety. But if he's going to keep scoring, you know, why go away? He's 7 for 10. Behind the arc. Hardy can't knock it down. He's taken at least 6 or 7 threes already. He's 6 of them, and he's 2 for 6. Bassey with the lay-in, and we lead by 18 points. Williams the screen. Hardy, another pull-up jumper. 2 for 7. Jonathan Kuminga just came in the ball game. Boyd's still on the bench for now. What do we create here? That's not the right shot. Come on. Ramirez penetrates, fires, no good, but Gilliard follows it up. Here we go. Isolation. Jovanovic against Edwards. He pulls up. Shot no good. Nice cut. Hardy at the rim. Bassey almost blocked it. Bassey comes over. Shot clock under 5. Edwards. Really good on-ball defense on Jovanovic. A shot won't go. He's already taken like 13 shots here in this first half, and still over 7 minutes to play. Tom Connon down. This is Justice with it. Nice finish at the rim. Step back and offline from Yovi. Gilliard comes up for the screen. Hardy's going to fire this one, but he has gone cold. Room for Kuminga. Show it off the range again. Another ball screen for Edwards. He has yet to get back on track here. Justice thought twice about it. They're really taking their time on these possessions. That's an open look. Ramirez cashes it. Lane opens up. Jovanovic turns it over, though. Threw it right to Gilliard. Not sure what happened there. Ramirez finds Justice on the other end, and they have closed the game back to within 10. I'm counting down. Rhodes has to pull the trigger. No good. Hardy lobs it back door. Ramirez can't get to it. Rhodes with some great defense there. He was ready for it. So Boyd finally checks back in the game for the first time since the first quarter. Was supposed to come in earlier, but there wasn't a dead ball for several minutes there for a while. Jovanovic got the switch to Gilliard. At the rim, amongst the trees, has to shoot. It's no good. He's missed his last 5 or so shots. Justice the screen. Hardy the shots. Well defended by Mac Boyd. Wide open 3. Kuminga gotta knock that one down. In Hardy, another screen. Another shot. He's really gone cold here. He just slabbed it, and nobody was even ready for it. What was that from OG? Not on the same page with Kuminga that time. Just over 3 to play. Edwards fouled at the rim. Kuminga picks up his first. We've kind of lost our offensive rhythm, and they're trying to claw their way back in this game before halftime. Pretty low scoring as well, at least for us. We were off to a good start, but in this quarter we have really slowed things down. So Wilson Towns now in the game. He finds Boyd wide open. That one's got to go. Portis backing down Duran. Nice post move, but he can't lay it in. Oh, Agbaji. Quick pull-up. That one's good. Wendell Moore the assist. 5 more threes for us than them. We're back up by 14 points. Our offense has still been struggling here, but it's not as bad as the first quarter, I don't think. Screen comes over from Justice. This is Cassell. Off the rim and out. Towns feeds Boyd. He's mismatched. Good pass to Moore, who lays it in amongst the trees. Open shots. Ramirez from the stripe. Off the screen from Boyd. Moore back to him. Wide open 3. 2 for 2 behind the arc. Or off-ball movements. Ramirez trying to answer back, but it won't drop in. Backdoor cut by Towns. Jalen Duran with the feed and the bucket and foul on Ramirez. This game's getting out of hand to close this first half. The free throw could make it a 20-point ball game. Towns misses it. Damn it. Off the screen. Edwards from the elbow finally knocks down a shot. Final play here of the first half. Boyd's got it, guarded closely by Justice. Duran gets it back from Boyd and has it stripped by Portis. The first half is over. Strong first half performance. Could have played better offensively and could get Boyd more involved, but 56-39, gotta like that. Start of the third quarter. It's hard to be in this game when you're shooting 38% and when Jovanovic is nailing shots like that. What a start. 20-point lead. Boyd on Ramirez, called for the foul, his third. Really wish that Boyd would, try to attack these mismatches offensively a lot more, because he's had Ramirez on in the entire ball game and has not even tried to drive on him at all, which is kind of questionable, because why would you not do that? Jovanovic from the elbow. Not this time. We're drawing up a lot of plays for him especially. I'm not really sure why we draw seemingly more plays for him than Mac Boyd. I just don't get it. Ramirez left open. That one's good. If you look right now, overall, Yovi's shot tendency is 83, but his touches should be all the way down here, is 87. Meanwhile, for Boyd, his is 99 with a 95 shot tendency overall. Now, his drive tendency is at 100, but he does kick the ball out quite a bit and passes up shots for passes instead. What am I missing here? Triple threat pump fake, triple threat jab step, drive right tendency. Where is the, a lot Like, ISO against... Here we go. ISO against poor defender, only 25. Huh. Not really sure what to do to get Boyd the most shots. But he does shoot from the post quite a lot, so maybe that is the game plan. Maybe get guard post-ups down there with him. That could be the one. Tom Connon down now. Kuminga has to force it up. No good. Sell. The feed. Ramirez the shot. He's got 17. I can change the assigned plays mid-game. So right now, what's weird is that the same 3 priorities are for both players. 3-point, mid-range, PNR ball handler for both Jovanovic and for Boyd. So maybe let's try something else. Let's swap out the 3-point for something like guard post-up. For priority 2, we can do just regular post-up low. And then we'll keep PNR ball handler as the 3rd one. And then for the 4th one, let's make this one maybe 3-point and see if the second half looks any different here. I hope it does. Good pass back to Boyd. Open 3 again. He has not missed behind the arc. Sell for Ramirez. No good. Boyd, good defense that time. Kuminga, pull up 3 in transition on the money. 65-44. He's been good. Good penetration. Edwards lays it in, plus the foul. That's definitely his best play here in this contest. Cap it off. The free throw is good. Duren comes over for the screen. Boyd attacking the rim. Good pass back to Jalen Duren. That's a good play right there. It's his first field goal. What? Ramirez picked up his dribble. Boyd blocks it right back in his face. Yes, sir. Now to attack him, maybe. Boyd right to the rim. Missing the reverse, though. Damn it. Edwards from the stripe. Just around and out. Lucky break for us. 20-point game, though. We're just trying to figure things out, I guess, the rest of the way. Boyd off the back iron. Duren there to clean things up. Just 4 minutes gone here in the quarter. That's a good shot from Edwards. Boyd, another open 3. On the money again. He can't miss these shots, and he's getting a lot more involved here in these last couple of quarters. Justice from the elbow. The Breeze just cannot really get into a rhythm here. They can't put together a single good run. Boyd, another 3. Spotting up. What is he, 5 for 5? Edwards back to Portis. Shielding off Jalen Duren. Good finish at the rim. Kuminga, full head of steam. Lost his dribble. Fire anyways. Off the glass and in. That one's short loose. Kuminga picks up the steal. Lazy ball security by Cassell. Rhodes top of the key. No good. He is yet to score, I think. Another shot by Edwards, blocked by Kuminga. 2 straight defensive plays by him. Boyd finds some room. That's his first miss from downtown. Oh, Rhodes almost had a steal right there. The second time he's tried that. Ramirez has scored on that play like 6 times already. Jovanovic right to the rim, throwing it up there, but I think that was Bobby Portis on the shot contest. 77-54. I think once the 4th quarter comes around, we'll do makes only and just see what happens there. But it's been a blowout pretty much the whole time. Might even jump into a different game for the second half of something here to extend the episode a little bit, considering that we're just kind of killing these players. But I think we'll watch the rest of this quarter, and then after that, maybe just go to a different game or something. Who knows? That one's stored loose. Jovanovic picks his pockets. Another steal. Lob to Bessie, who just checked in. Aiden Hardy right down the lane. Blocked again by Kuminga. What a quarter for him defensively. And we turn the ball over. Agbaji lost the handle. Okay. Cassell off the quick passing. It's good. Agbaji down the lane. Pulling up and knocking it down. 81-56. They're looking very good. Another pull-up shot. They love the mid-range, this Breeze team does, and they've hit a couple of them. Agbaji can do whatever he wants, it looks like. At the rim, laying it in with the flip-up. Pull up, long two. Edwards can't knock it down. He's been better this half, but still hasn't been efficient. Kuminga with the pull-up jumper. Count that one. Trying to shake Jovanovic. Good pass back to Portis. Fouled again on the shot, this time by Bassi. What is with our bigs and fouling people on jump shots, man? Happens a couple times a game. First free throw is up and in. And Portis, 1 for 2. Wendell Moore has a double team on him. Why are they doubling him? He's got like 0 points. Ooh, open lane. Cassell draws the foul too. That's a good play. It's the 5th foul on us. They're in the bonus for the last 2 minutes of the quarter. First free throw is online. Honestly, I forget the rookie they took. It wasn't Cassell. Nice passing. The extra one to Agbaji in the corner. That one's good. Isolation. Hardy going right at Jovanovic, but he can't finish it through the contact. Hardy, after a good start initially, has really struggled here these last several quarters. And now he's going to have a jump ball. Jovanovic jars it loose. Could be either player to win this one. Really don't know who has the advantage here. Apparently it's us. And now Hardy's cold from the fields. All right. All right, Wilson Towns now in to close this third quarter. Probably just going to ascend to the end once it's over. As he goes right to the rack and picks up the foul against Jalen Williams. And now we're in the bonus. First free throw, no good. Towns has really got to work on his free throws, man. That's been a big problem in his game. 1 for 2 this time. Wide open three. Jalen Williams can't knock it down. That was a good feed there by Ramirez to recognize the open man, but can't knock it down. And now we're fouled on the other side. More free throws. And the game is finally getting away from the Breeze. We've been in control the entire time, but they've been, you know, kind of quietly hanging around a little bit, but not recently. Step back three. No good from Kuminga. The Breeze will have the final shot here in the quarter. Ramirez to Sanders, now to Gilliard. He's got a fire. Offline. 94-63 through 3. That'll do it here for us at home. And Virginia Beach, as expected, wins in dominant fashion. 118-86, your final score. Here at 12-5. Boyd ends up leading all scorers in this game, dropping 27 points. A lot of that came in the second half. I think he had only 8 in the first half. Jovanovic, after a strong first half, really kind of went quiet there in the second, but that's because we got Boyd a lot more involved. So I like seeing this kind of variety in shots with 17 for Boyd, although I want that to be a little bit higher. I would like Boyd to have around, 21 shots a game, with hopefully Kuminga, Jovanovic, and Matthew Rhodes all anywhere from 10 to 15, but it's hard to get all of those guys involved when they're kind of on the court at the same time for the most part. But 83 shots in total for us, 27 points for Ramirez. He played pretty damn well, especially on those mid-range shots, but we come out on top because they had a lot of guys really struggle here with 18 shots for Edwards and Hardy, but only 4 and 5 going in for either guy. They shot 37%. With that low rated of a team, it's hard to score. So we should be winning these games, and we do this time. Now we're going to get into the next part of the season. We're going to still sim a little bit and might jump into the second half or fourth quarter of a close game here, hopefully. Now, I do want to focus on teams that are contending or look like they could be contenders. The Wizards have beaten us 2 times already this year. We have another game coming up against them, so might want to simcast that first half. So I think we'll sim through these next 2 weeks and see what's going on there. And that Breeze win did spark a nice win streak, but the Mavericks did cut it short, beating us by 10. We put up 162 on the Hornets in a regulation game, no overtime. Boyd drops 45 with 3 other players scoring at 20-plus points. Jalen Duren 1 point shy. A dominant effort here, 93 shot attempts for us. Miller drops 39, LaMelo 29. But we shot way better at 61%. Hard to lose doing that. Then we blew out the Pacers, dropping 141. Another great scoring day for pretty much the entire team. Charles Bassey, the only player to not get on the board scoring-wise. Halliburton drops 33. Also had a close win against the Hawks here, who are just barely above 500. 26 for MPJ. Meanwhile, Boyd drops 28, so he's really playing well these last couple of games. And then the loss against the Mavericks. 33 for Jovanovic. Boyd this time 7 for 15. Still had a pretty solid day overall. But Jovanovic 11 for 24. And we could have won this game. Looks like we just had a poor day on defense, allowing 36, 10, and 7 from Azor Thompson. Jalen Brunson 25 and 10 here in Dallas again. And now we go into the game against the Wizards, who are 13 and 14. Then a simcast the first half and jump in the second half if it's close. Now, I do have a team in mind to face next time around because there is one team that is off to an incredible start this season. It's not us, although we are playing very well. We get off to a very strong start here in this game against the Wizards here at home, and we're going to be up by a lot at halftime. If they make their way back in, I'll jump in, but if not, we'll just sim right to the end, and that looks like that's going to be the case. And Boyd had a huge game, 38 points and a career high in rebounds with 16. 2 assists shy of a triple-double. Jovanovic 22 and 9. Really solid game here by Matthew Rhodes as well. 7 for 13 from the field, 7 for 12 on threes. He pretty much only took 3-pointers. Love that for him. 21 for... This was Art Sanders. That's the guy that I was thinking of earlier in the game. So I do want to try at least one more team. There is the Nuggets, who are always a team that we got to keep track of. So let's do this game as well and see if we can jump in. Simcasting the first half. Looks like we're off to a really good start here on the road. Nuggets trying to climb their way back in the game. We're trying to keep these guys at bay right now. We go into halftime leading by around 10 or so. Third quarter comes around and we are absolutely putting them down right now. Like a dog. Jesus Christ, we're blowing these guys out. It's not close. We dropped 153. And it looks like Jovanovic just got injured in this game as well with a sprained left knee. We'll check on that here in a moment. 21 for Cam Thomas. Pretty well-balanced scoring for Denver. But we just put up 97 shots and hit 64% of them. 31 for Yovi before he got hurt. 31, 9, and 12 for Boyd. I mean, this team right now is looking pretty damn good on offense these last couple of weeks. But Jovanovic does have a new injury, a sprained left knee, so we're going to go back to that Boyd point guard, rotation that we had earlier. If I can just choose it down here, year 8, Yovi out. And 2 games later, we split the 2 games, but Jovanovic does return, so we can go back to the original rotation again. And right after Jovanovic returns, Jalen Duren's going to be knocked out for probably 1.5 to 2 months with a torn right hamstring, and that might be a huge problem for our defense because that means that we are really now undersized with our centers because, as I mentioned earlier, Achua's like 6'9", Bassi 6'8", and who do we start now at center, man? That's going to be tough. Okay, so right now, I'm going to start... I think I would rather start Achua over Bassi because of his prominent defensive skills. So we're going to give the entire role to Achua, but then I'm going to split minutes between him and Bassi for now. Hopefully, we can make do with this, but might go look at some free agent options if there are any guys available because we could really use somebody a little bit taller. But I'm not sure there's going to be people who are, going to be good enough to start that are going to be free agents, but we'll see. But we'll try to split these minutes up between these 2 players so that there's not really too much stamina being lost. So 26 for Achua, 22 for Charles Bassi. And for free agent centers, there's really only guys from the G League, which I don't want to make a move like that. Could go with Ron Ward here, who is... he kind of sucks. Yeah, there's just not too many great options here. I think I'll rather just work through the injury and just try and power through it. There is Mo Wagner. He could be an option. But I really think that, even though, he was taller, I think that both Bassi and Achua are way better right now. We'll just have to power through it. Out of the Denver game, we end up dropping the second game on the back-to-back against the Milwaukee Bucks. We beat the Pacers, beat the Bucks in the rematch, and then beat the Clippers by 18 points. And now, going to try and simcast this game against the Bulls, who are going to be on national TV in this game. We'll see if we can jump in on this game, or if we're going to blow them out in the first half like all the other ones. We just put up 42 in the first quarter, good lord. And we're not looking back right now. Third quarter going even better. 40 points that time. We're blowing out Chicago. We just put up 149. Good lord, a career high in rebounds for Matthew Rhodes. An absolute blowout. Boyd drops 37, 9 and 9, a board and an assist shy of a triple-double. Yeah, Rhodes had a huge game. Jovanovic was solid. Achua, 13 points, 11 rebounds. So, can't really complain there. And Kuminga also 31 points in this one. Quinn Hilliard led the way for Chicago, dropping 24, but a lot of their guys shot poorly. Morrison here, 7 for 20 from the field. Geiger, 0 for 9. Jesus. Another game against Milwaukee. The game that I'm focusing on for next episode is going to be the home game against the Spurs because they were 17-1 last time I saw. Now, Milwaukee here is actually taking a nice lead here in the first quarter. So this might be the game to jump into. We're trading a lead now here in this game. We're going to go into the second half. And Milwaukee still in control. We're trying to fight back here in the third quarter, but they're making things difficult for us. Let's watch the rest of it. Down by 11, a quarter and change to play. This game is on the road, and we're facing a pretty bad team who has really been cold right out of the gates this season. Now 9 games below 500, and Jovanovic just fouled out in the third quarter. What? Are you serious? That means Wilson Towns will have a big role to play the rest of this game, and Milwaukee in the bonus right now, too. The rest of the third. Not really a lot of people here at Fiserv Forum, but they could be watching a win here against one of the league's top teams. They've taken 9 more free throws, apparently, than us. Let's draw some more. Kuminga fires off the screen, but that one hits back iron. Peterson down low. Mismatched on Wendell Moore, and the Bucks lead by 15. Nice feed to Towns inside. That's an easy lay-in for him. Shot clock counting down. Peterson is going to have to just jack it up. They've only had 22 rebounds so far in this game. Come on, guys. What's going on there? Bassey comes up on the screen. And it's not a good one. Towns guarded closely. The floater up and good. What a play. Watts off the screen. Down low and fouled by Moore. That's his 5th. Off the bench, no less. Why are we fouling so much? First free throw. Good. And Watts goes 2 for 2. Rhodes, OG, Boyd, all back in. Rhodes comes over to set the screen. Boyd, back to him. He passed up the open look. Why? Towns, back to Bassey. He fires and got it to go. Christie has a lane. Handing off to Watts. He fires on the move. No good. Here's our chance to get back within single digits. Boyd lost the ball and turns it over. Strong with the steal. Peter Leonard brings it up. Pulls up in transition and hits the mid-range shot. Boyd trying to go one-on-one here. And he lost it again, but now he's fouled. Inbound pass to Matthew Rhodes. The 3 doesn't go. What will it take to get him cleaner looks and more involved offensively? I'm not really sure. But so far in these showcase games, he has been barely talked about because he hasn't really done a whole lot. But last shot here in the quarter. Watts over Towns. No hand up, and the shot's up and good. Still a 15-point game. No headway made here in the third quarter. Boyd from half court. Rattling out. 1 quarter left to play to make a comeback. Start of the fourth quarter. What do we do here? Don't have Jovanovic for the rest of the game, so instead, Towns will play the entire fourth. Boyd called for a foul. Free throws for Jaden Ivey. Only 12 points here in this game. He's passed it well with 6 assists. But got to start getting some stops and putting the ball in the hoop if we want any chance to come back in this game. Got Ivey guarding Boyd. He's got to attack this. That's a good shot. But it's no good, man. Come on. Watch the pull-up 3. No good. 81-98. Gotta start scoring here. Boyd takes a rest. Towns almost lost possession. Shot clock under 5. Agbaji has to throw it up. No good. And Hammonds pulls it down. Is that Alexi Hammonds? No way that's Alexi Hammonds, right? Hold on. It is Alexi Hammonds. Why do they have him? He's played 17 minutes. He is not good enough for that. No way. They go up to Watts, and this game is nearly over already, man. They shot 51%. We shot 48%, and they lead by 19 points. Agbaji trying to create. How do you miss that? That one's stolen. Great cutoff there by Wilson Towns. Agbaji steps back and missed it again. You fool. Watts shakes off Rhodes and lays it in. Who is this guy? I've never heard of him before this game. Is he a rookie or something? What's his name? Evan Watts. His third year. He's a second-round pick out of George Washington University. We're down by 21. If we don't score on this play, it's over. And I'm not going to continue watching. Downs in the corner, though. Laces a triple. I guess we'll stay in. Behind the arc. Watts has an answer for every play. We're done here. Game over. Simming to the end. We're not going to win. Bucks take it again. Why do they keep beating us? That's our third game against this team in 2 weeks, and we've given up 130 to them in both or in 2 of the 3 games. 29 for Leonard, 25 for Ivy, 22 for Evan White. I feel like you scored all of that while I was watching. What the hell? For us, road to 25, but I didn't see a lick of that. Tough loss there. Is there any other game that's going to be close? The only other option is really this game against the Sonics. So we'll send through the game against the Trailblazers. We end up taking that game by 13 points. We're 25-8. Is this going to be a close game? I'll go over some prospects next episode if I can remember to do so. Because we do have 2 draft picks in this next NBA draft. So we have definitely some players to focus on there. We're taking the lead here in the second quarter. We're going to be up at halftime by quite a lot, actually, as they have really fallen off since that first quarter. Third quarter, they're trying to fight back in. We're pretty much playing how Milwaukee did against us in that last game. And we're taking a fourth quarter lead, a large fourth quarter lead. And the game is going to end 124 to 106. 32 for Mac Boy, 21 for Jovanovic, who did not foul out this time and had no fouls actually at all. Kuminga fouled out 22 minutes in. What's going on there? Matthew Rhodes, 3 for 13. Boy was 10 for 25. Good lord. Delano Collins, 24 and 10. Chuck Early, 18 points. BI, 15. We get the win. We're back on track. And we are now first in the conference by a game and a half over the Toronto Raptors. The Nets are 22 and 9. The Cavaliers are 18 and 14. So we have a cushion right now. We're definitely better at home than on the road, but no real difference between the two by a whole lot. But now we got a game against the Spurs, who are 26 and 5. That is who we're going to face next time out, folks. And like us, they have a very strong starting lineup with Junior Fleming coming into his second season. Kyrie Irving, still a veteran presence. Cam Whitmore has been a solid second option behind Wembanyama. And they also got Carlton Posey, Derek Lively off the bench, backing at Wemby, which is a scary guy to have out there. Josh Green, they brought in after we let him walk. So they have a really solid team here. They're first in their conference and first in the power rankings, as they should be. So this team beat us last year in this exact same matchup. Both teams were first place coming in. So should be a fun game. Hope we can play some defense on them, but Jalen Duren still has yet to return from the injury, so if we're going to miss him, it's going to be tough to guard Wemby. Might want to put Mac Boyd on Wemby and see if he can play some good defense on him, because Jalen Duren is still 4 to 6 weeks out from coming back. And we have lost a couple of games because of it. We've kind of lost some of that paint defense that we are used to with him. And right now in the MVP race, Wembanyama is first place, as he should be, averaging 32 and 13. AC Cole in second with 10 assists per game. I think that is pretty well deserved. And then Boyd in third place right now, averaging 37 and 6. So the assists seem to be a little bit down from what we're used to. Or I guess maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking a little bit too much about the triple doubles and all that stuff. Looks like he's just kind of having a pretty standard year for himself. Though he is shooting very well from the charity line at 91%. Shea in fourth, LaMelo in fifth. Got nobody in the Rookie of the Year voting because we don't have a rookie on the team. But Billy Willis, who was drafted by the Cavs, is averaging 17 and 11 right now in his rookie year. That's very impressive. Glenn Carroll right now leads 6-Man of the Year voting with 19 and 10 off the bench. Even more impressive. And then Josh Chapman for the Pittsburgh Force, having a really solid year. Defensive Player of the Year voting, Wemby also leads that one. If Mobley wins it for a 7th straight year, I might have to override it because that would be just insane. In terms of most improved player, you pretty much just got a lot of the expansion team players on here because they're all playing much bigger roles. And then for Kia clutch player, Boyd in 3rd place behind AC Cole and Devin Booker, but he has a right foot stress fracture, so he's out for a little while. Anderson, Brandon Miller also up there. And then back to MVP. So we're going to go into a game against, right now, the MVP and Defensive Player of the Year frontrunner. And they are the league's best team right now at 27-5. We lead the East at 26-8, so it should be a very, very fun matchup next time around. These two teams are fairly even, I think, roster-wise. And it was a very close game last time we saw them, so should be another good one in store, but we'll see what happens next time around, guys. But that will do it here. I'll see you guys next time around. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. We've got a huge game against the Spurs next time out. See you there.